Hi everyone, welcome back to the Spotlight. We're out and about again in the woods. I've got my new gimbal with me today, so we can probably film a little bit more stably than my bobbing about all the time. But I've been out of the news for a couple of days. Been busy at work, not been too involved in what's been going on. But I know there's the Rashford situation, it's still bubbling. Hammering again coming out, and basically, I think saying that he's got no problem with him, but he's got to change if he wants to get back into the team. I mean, to me, it sounds like that he don't like his attitude, or Rashford thinks he's bigger than the club. He's said it a bit before when he said that it's the way you act around your teammates, it's the way you dress, it's everything. It's not just the way you perform on the pitch. And clearly there's something about Rashford, his ego and status of that club is beyond everybody else, beyond the rest of the players, beyond even management, it looks like to me. And I think he's basically saying until he reins himself in, he's having none of it. And that's the way I look at that, to be honest. He's got to go, hasn't he, in this window? We've got a couple of days left, but till Monday or something, I think. He has got to be out of the club. Whether it's Dortmund, Barca, anyone, the guy has got to get out of this club. He's over at United, in my opinion. Garnacho saga rumbles on. I think earlier on today, we had apparently a 46 million bid from Napoli, and rumour that Garnacho only wants 70-ish thousand a week, a 20 grand upgrade in wages. Seems like a very small wage upgrade for such a high profile young player to me. You'd think if he was moving, he would be moving for a lot bigger wages than 20 grand. There's definitely something going on with that Garnacho transfer situation, isn't there, really? There's talk that he wants to go, he prefers Chelsea. There's all the talk of the FFP, United wanting rid of him. Who knows the truth, really? The truth will never really come out. It's probably a bit of both. He probably knows he doesn't fit, and that he's probably not going to play under Hammering that much, or in his preferred positions anyway. Truth of the matter is, and I've said it loads of times, until the deal's done, I'm not that fussed. Would I be selling Garnacho in this window with the current state of our squad and that? Probably not. Am I devastated if he leaves? The answer to that is no as well. Because I've said it loads of times, I don't think he suits the system. A lot of the time he's on the bench. He's technically not good enough, and his decision making in the final third is nothing short of abysmal. And he's got no left foot. So it's not like he's absolutely outstanding, is it? Like he's a generational talent. He's a good talent. We probably shouldn't be selling. But like I've said before, we're a club who's in a mess from top to bottom. These hard decisions are going to have to be made. And Garnacho's one of them. A lot of people say it's like Coutinho and that at Liverpool when they sold Coutinho. And everyone didn't want to, but they went away, invested a lot of money in 3 or 4 other players and rebuilt the squad because of it. And that's what a lot of people are saying about United. If we sell Garnacho, because of the way FFP works, we'll actually have 3 times the amount of money to reinvest. I mean, don't matter what you think about it, whether you think it's right or wrong, if those are the facts of the matter are is we need the money more than we need Garnacho. I do apologise if the picture of my video is a bit grainy, but I am out and about here and it's getting dark, and I ain't got any lights or anything, so it is what it is. I mean, what else has been going on? Apart from transfers, we've obviously got a game tonight against Stour, Bucharest, I think, or is it P? I don't know who it is, to be honest. But last Europa League game, we're pretty much safe in the Europa League, aren't we? I think we were fourth in the league after beating Rangers last week, so I think it's a bit of a nothing game, innit? You expect to see a few changes, I think, because I don't really think it matters, does it, if we're in the top 8? We skip a couple of games in February in that playoff round, so as long as we stay in the top 8, it don't really matter whether we win or lose tonight. It's a bit of a free hit for us, isn't it? A free game, maybe get some other players playing and give a couple of people a rest. Like in a game like tonight, if we don't need to win tonight, just don't be playing people like Bruno and that. And I know I'm critical of Bruno and I won't be playing in most games anyway, but if Amorim is going to stick with Bruno and playing game after game after game, then tonight is the kind of night when he needs to be rested, in my opinion. And same with probably a couple of others that just play in every single game at the minute. Probably Dalot and Mazwari could do with a rest. Whether you like them or not, the same as Bruno, they play nearly every minute of every game. In games like tonight, they need to be rested. And I'll probably end up, this video will probably end up coming out after the game, which hopefully we'll win. But you know, I'm just saying what I think now. I've said it before, my channel's not a channel about being on every single topic instantly. I just talk about what's happening at the minute. And hopefully some of you appreciate that. I'm not diving in on every single tiny bit of speculation and news. I just talk about situations as they are, the reality of it. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to test out my new gimbal. Obviously, it's getting dark. Hopefully, the image is a bit more stable than when I'm holding it in my hand. Obviously, it's going to be a bit grainy because it is getting dark out here and I ain't got any light in the middle of the woods, obviously. So I will see you on the next one. Hopefully, we win tonight, comfortable in the Europa League, because the Europa League is something we really, really need to focus on. We've got to win the FA Cup or the Europa League to stand any chance of having a really promising summer window. And yeah, please like, favourite and subscribe. Nothing too controversial in this video, just a general chat on the upcoming game and whereabouts we are with transfers. Oh, Dorgu actually, yeah, we've got Dorgu in, haven't we? I think it's an alright deal. I think he's on 50-ish grand a week or something, and I think in pounds it's about £25 million. I don't think we can argue with that at all. If he don't work, he's cheap, his wages are cheap, he'll get moved on. So, and we've got a couple of youngsters, haven't we? They won't be in the first team. They'll either break into the first team in the next couple of years, or there'll be players we've bought on the cheap, I think from Arsenal or wherever, and in a year or two they'll either be in the first team or they'll be getting sold for 10, 15 million to championship sides. And I'm afraid, like it or not, that's the way football is now. It's FFP avoidance. It's not, you can't buy who you want. You can't pay what you want. You can't go against the rules. People don't like the way the youth have been treated in many clubs. But the facts are, until they change the rules, these are the rules you've got to play by. And harsh as it might sound, some of these promising youngsters have got to go to keep the club afloat. But we'll see about another video after the Palace game. Just quick, in case I don't do an update before Palace. I think Palace will be a super tough game. They're athletic, they're strong, they're good in transition. They're everything we're bad against. We were awful versus Fulham and got away with it. And they were a slow, lethargic team that night. There's one thing Palace definitely won't be, and that is slow and lethargic. They will be out for us. 100% athleticism, pace and power in transition, and that is what we struggle with. And yeah, I think it could be a rough time at Palace. I actually am going to go for, right at this moment in time, 2-0 to Palace. I think we're going to have a come back down to earth after some really poor performances. We've scraped wins over, and yeah, I think we'll get beat by Palace, but I'll probably have an update out Sunday, Monday, depending when the game is and when I get a minute. I'll have a talk about the Palace game once it's happened, but tonight, hopefully we just do the job, get through, rest a few players, and we can go into the weekend versus Palace with a better chance. And I will leave you with the sunset out here, and I'm going to walk the dog. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace, like, subscribe.